going on, guys? So today it is officially the first day of my spring break. It's like March 9th, I think, or 10th. So it's pretty early to have spring break, honestly. Like living in Washington, D.C. or near Washington, D.C. all my life, our spring break it usually falls around I guess Easter, and it's usually in April. Like, I don't know, I want to say like mid-April or something like that. But yeah, so it is now spring break, and I am, I guess, going to the parks now again. It's been very hectic and busy lately with midterms and exams and all that, but I'm finally getting back into the parks, and so right now I'm going to Volcano Bay, and I'm going to do a construction update for you guys, and then later on, after that, I'm probably going to do the Orlando Eye for the first time since I've moved here to Orlando. I haven't been on that Eye in forever. I've been on it once, but I haven't been on it since I moved here. And then I want to go over to SeaWorld Orlando to see if they're still doing the Seven Seas Food Festival, and of course vlog that. And then in addition to that, I want to try to go back to the Orlando Eye and get a night ride. So it's going to be a very busy day, but I'm going to try to do as much as I can. I was debating on whether I should also go to Disney, but see, what I'm trying to do is, I usually do one park a day. What I'm trying to do is update you guys with everything in such a short amount of time so I can get the videos up, because Volcano Bay it's a big project, and I know you guys want to see what's going on. Alrighty guys, so I am now approaching Volcano Bay, and the other day I saw somebody literally flew a drone right over Volcano Bay. There was a video, so I'm gonna try to include that in this video with like a shout out to them. But anyways, yeah, I'm getting off here, and that video was pretty incredible. Looks like the Wet n Wild sign, or I guess part of that sign, was removed. So where it used to be is now covered up. It's interesting. Okay guys, I am now approaching Volcano Bay, and not only is there a lot going on, and there's a lot to inform you guys about, but I also have some new information on ticketing and how we can basically get tickets for Volcano Bay. So I'm going to be discussing that in this video, and everything you need to know about Universal's third theme park, or third water park, or water theme park, Volcano Bay. So yeah, here it is. I'm gonna try to get a spot nearby and kind of show you guys what's going on, see if there's any testing, see what's changed. A lot has gone on, and it's looking good. Looks like we have rafts up there. I'm sure they're going to be doing some testing throughout the day on these slides, and I will definitely be sure to get footage of that. So Volcano Bay will be opening right around my birthday, which is like near the end of May, I believe. It opens on May 25th. I think that's the day, either May 25th or May 26th. And I've already noticed a lot is going on, and it looks like if we stop and do like a little zoom in over here, looks like some of the infrastructure around is like almost completed basically. And just gonna zoom in right here, so you can see that this building right here in front of the volcano looks like it's pretty much completed. I wonder if they're gonna theme it a little bit more, just kind of leave it like that. And then if I do a kind of a zoom in here, I can't really tell if there's water going through the slides. I don't think there is, but again, if I do that zoom in, you can see all the slides pretty much completed. They just need to do some final testing. Gonna do a zoom in, and that's kind of the top structure. But it looks, I mean, this area, this specific slide looks the same from the last update. I'm gonna try to see what else I can find. And by the way, guys, just wanted to include that this structure right here is an expansion for the Cabana Bay Beach Resort. So if I do a zoom in, looks like they just added the Cabana Bay logo up there. So that big hotel is going to overlook Volcano Bay, and basically it's a very large hotel structure. Looks very different than the actual Cabana Bay, the rest of the Cabana Bay Beach Resort, because if you know the Cabana Bay Beach Resort, you know that the rest of it is relatively low to the ground. I mean, it doesn't have any high, it's not a high rise, so it's going to be interesting to see how this does, but I'm sure it will fill up considering it's right next to Volcano Bay. And yeah, there's not a whole lot we can see from here. I'm going to keep on going. So if I take a look at this volcano structure right here, it looks like we have a couple cranes, and I'm sure they're elevating some people up there to put in the final touches in the actual volcano. I think it's called Krakatoa. I believe that's what they're calling this volcano. But if I do a zoom in, it seems like they're starting to add some of the theming elements. Maybe some moss on some of the rocks. And then a slide right there that kind of comes out of the volcano structure and it goes back in. And then another much larger water slide. And all of the water slides, pretty much all the water slides here at Volcano Bay are manufactured by ProSlide. So they're going to be a little bit similar, but obviously a lot of them are going to have, you know, their different elements. They're also having like a water coaster. They're going to be building a water coaster. And I know Orlando Informer was talking about this in their podcast, but maybe we could potentially see the water coaster to include some thematic elements like screens and animatronics, but we will just have to wait and see, you know, how that goes. By the way, guys, just a warning, if you plan on coming here and doing some like construction updates of Volcano Bay, do be aware I recommend staying on this side of the street. Now there will be points of time where I cross over soon and videotape that section, but you will see that the construction workers often threaten you, and it results in them calling the cops because technically you're on public property filming their private property, which is completely legal, but they don't like it for some reason. So yeah, I would just try to refrain from being on that other side as much as you can, because here this is completely public property and they can't do anything if you're over here. But once you get on the other side, that's when they kind of start to get, you know, a little bit upset with you. So just try to not get too close to the construction if, you know, you don't want to deal with that. We got somebody right there. And again, I would imagine that they're like trying to put those final touches in. But yeah, we got that crane right there, elevated as you can see in the air. And then there is a second one I see, looks like over there. So yeah, that is what you can see from over here. And then turning around over here, looks like we actually have these slides pretty completed. They're starting to add some vegetation in, some planting, which I feel like they're gonna add a lot of that in the upcoming month or so. And if I do a zoom in over here, you may be able to see we have a bunch of slides over here. I would imagine that these would be race slides, it seems. And then over here we have one of those, I think I showed this earlier, it looks like that larger slide. And again, there is a water coaster. I do not know if that is part of the water coaster or not. But yeah. And it looks like we have some water running right now through this slide. It's a little bit hard to tell, but you should be able to see the water. And again, I would imagine that they would be doing some ride testing at some point in the near future. And I will try to show that to you guys soon. And if I come over here, I'm gonna keep on walking. So again, this is now the side of the fence. I'm currently on public property, but this is the side where it starts to get a little hard to film on because, you know, the construction workers, I have no idea if they work for Universal or if it's the construction company that's strict on filming or Universal themselves. But anyway, so if you, yeah, if you come out here, just be aware. So anyways, I'm walking over here, seeing some slides. Completely on public property, by the way. You can't really tell, but it looks like they're actually putting a sidewalk in here. So I'm wondering if that sidewalk will then become the official sidewalk that people can use, because this is so close to the road. And so it seems like they're going to be putting probably sidewalk on the inside and then maybe putting a fence up here so it protects the guests from actually, you know, because look at this. I mean, it's so close to the road, a car crashed in, but you can still see some of the rides, which is good, but a, you know, car crashed into the, or maybe a truck crashed into this fence. Looks like they just turned on the water for this slide. So now they have the water running. And then if we do a zoom in, we have some rafts right there. Looks like two person rafts, maybe four. Yeah, no, definitely two person rafts for these two. And then for these, they may be one person rafts, but still looking. So for those of you who haven't tuned into the last video, we're gonna have two slides located on this structure, or this side of the structure, and then another two over here. And they look very, very nice. Cannot wait to come out here and actually ride them. It's gonna be fun. So it's really hard to picture how big Volcano Bay is actually going to be, because I've only like seen the outside of it and haven't seen the inside, but there's some drone footage, and so somebody else came out here. I don't know if I would recommend it, because, you know, I don't know if you're supposed to fly a drone over it. They literally flew like right up next to the volcano structure, and so basically you could literally see the entire, like from up there, you can see how small it actually is. Like, it's not going to be that big. And so basically they have like the lazy river, the wave pool, some slides, but it's not that big, honestly. I mean, at least I don't think it's going to be super big. So I wish I could show you guys more. I'm going to try to go to some different areas and see what I can show you guys, but unfortunately I may not be able to actually get every single slide complex. I'm working on it though. Alrighty guys, so I'm going to do a little zoom in here on the volcano. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Volcano Bay and everything you need to know. So, there aren't going to be any lines at Volcano Bay because they're going to have Tapu Tapu, which is a wristband that I believe everyone is able to get. If you know, are at Volcano Bay, everyone has one, you get assigned one. It's a little wristband, sort of like a magic band, but it has a screen, I believe, on it, and all you have to do is reserve, or not reserve, but hold your place. It holds your spot in line. So, you know, you'll be able to go back to the rides with a short wait, and the rest of the time you get to enjoy it. Go in the wave pool, lazy river, whatever you would like to do. You know, and there's also interactive experiences with your Tapu Tapu. So it's essentially like a wristband. Now, tickets for Volcano Bay. How do I get a ticket? Does the Universal Annual Pass cover a ticket? That's a big issue, or a big question. And how much are the tickets? So basically, a one-day ticket to Volcano Bay, it's going to be hard to explain this because they haven't come out with a lot of information yet. They may still change some things, but a one-day ticket for Volcano Bay right now, they're saying like it's going to be $120 to $130. Now hold on, before you say like that's insane. The reason why is because they don't sell. Right now they're not planning on selling just a one-day ticket. They're planning on selling the two-day Universal ticket, and then you have to add on the third day for Volcano Bay. So essentially what I'm trying to tell you guys is I don't think they're gonna actually sell strictly a one-day Volcano Bay ticket. At least right now, that's what they're saying. But it could change. I don't know exactly what's going on. I mean, I'm sure they'll change things as time goes on. I don't see how they could get away with only selling three-day, you know, tickets. I don't see why they wouldn't want to sell a one-day ticket. So, but you can still buy a one-day ticket through a travel planner, and that's what I heard on the Orlando Informer podcast. They said a one-day ticket. Be quiet for a second, I'm vlogging. Okay, so a one-day ticket, it's gonna be hard to get, but you can get it, and it's gonna be a little expensive. It's gonna be like $120 to $130, and that is like a flat rate. So, I don't know, I think it's a little pricey, but I have an annual pass, so you may be wondering, well, can annual pass holders get tickets? How does that work? They haven't said anything yet. My guess is that Universal is going to have some kind of discount for annual pass holders. So annual pass holders will be able to pay a discount and get into Volcano Bay, or just buy a ticket at a discount since they're an annual pass holder. Of course, it will depend on which tier annual pass you have. So for example, I have the top tier. I'm wondering if it's going to be included for free. So we will just have to see what Universal says. I'm sure they will have some annual pass, or maybe add an annual pass that has Volcano Bay on it, so you know they can sell those, and then the existing annual pass holders can buy tickets at some kind of discounted rate, just like Halloween Horror Nights. So we will see how this goes, but as far as I know, there isn't a whole lot of information about ticketing. In addition to all the ticket questions, people are asking, well, how do I get to Volcano Bay? Where in the world do I park? So since Volcano Bay is a really small water park, it's on a small piece of land, they don't have a parking lot. But they're going to have you park over at the main City Walk area parking garages. So you're going to park in the parking garages, and then they're probably going to have a tram or some kind of shuttle bus or something take you over to Volcano Bay. So I don't think you can actually pull up. Unless they have valet parking, I don't think they're actually going to have parking for Volcano Bay. You will probably have to park in the main Universal lot and take a bus or shuttle, something like that, over to Volcano Bay. And I was actually wondering that a lot, like when they started announcing Volcano Bay, I was like, where are they putting the parking lot? Well, now we know they're gonna have you park in the main garages. I'm sure they have enough space for it, and seems practical to me. Seems like a good idea. So yeah, we will see how that goes. But that's the main information. If you go to the Volcano Bay website, you can see all the names of all the attractions. And the volcano, I think, is going to be called Krakatoa. again, we have some water going on the slides. So I'm guessing they're gonna do some kind of testing with the rafts momentarily. Now I see water coming out on the green slide, but I do not see anything happening on the blue slide. What I really like about Volcano Bay is not only do you not have to wait in lines, you don't even have to bring your raft up. It looks like they will have a system that sort of brings your raft up for you. So that's nice, and I wonder if they're actually going to cover that up, put some theming on that, because it does look like it's a little exposed right now. But that could actually be just for construction purposes. They may be implementing a permanent sort of raft carrying system in the next few weeks. We will have to see. So it looks like we have the vegetation right over here, newly added vegetation. So yeah, like I said, it does look like there's water coming out. I haven't seen any testing yet, but when I do, I will show it to you guys. So here is the actual other side of the water slide structure. Now, I do not know what the names are for these structures or for these slides, but from what I do know, I've seen this slide from a few different YouTubers of it being tested, and it looks incredible. It really does look nice. So I also can't wait to get out and ride this slide. So if I do a zoom in here, it looks like we have 4 main paths that go up to these 2 slides. So obviously, there are 2 slides here. So I would imagine that, you know, you'd have one pathway for one slide and another pathway for another slide. But then what are those 2 extra pathways? Probably for team members, or it could be for single riders, or I'm not really sure. With the Tapu Tapu, it does hold your spot in line, so I wouldn't think that there would be a regular, and then in addition to that, an express. I would think there would just be 1 queue line for each. So I'm wondering what those other 2 lines are for. Probably team members or for single riders, but we will have to see what happens. And here's sort of a better look at those lines from over here. Looks like the actual Pro Slide water slide structures are all in place. They're just doing the finishing touches, testing some things, you know, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so that is Volcano Bay from this area. I'm gonna try to go over to Universal's Cabana Bay Beach Resort and see what else I can find from some different angles. And I'm gonna do one more view from this area. Gonna do a little zoom in on Krakatoa, if that's how you say it. Looks like there may be a kids play area too here at Volcano Bay, so we have that. And then all of the construction workers up there. And the volcano structure is going to be about 200 feet, towering over Volcano Bay. So Universal Creative told the story behind Volcano Bay in a recent video on Universal Orlando Resort's YouTube channel, and they basically said that Volcano Bay was discovered by some different tribal people that were seeking adventure, and they found this amazing place that, you know, has water coming out of the volcano during the day, and then at night they have geysers and they have lava actually coming out of the volcano. So it's going to be not only a daytime park, but I'm guessing it's going to have that nighttime feel to it too, which is great. I'm wondering how they're going to have it open at night, like in the winter time. I'm sure they'll figure out some kind of like way, but this is awesome. This is amazing, because if you think about it, Orlando hasn't gotten a new water park in a little while. When I say water park, I mean an entire like water park, not just maybe an expansion or, you know, a couple new slide complexes, but an entire new water park. I mean, I honestly think the last water park was Blizzard Beach, like big water park. So they now have this. It's going to be a pretty big hit in my opinion, for the most part. So yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a great, you know, addition to Universal, much better than Aquatica. Although I've never been to Aquatica, so I have no idea what I'm talking about there, but still, I think Volcano Bay will be nice. I wonder if these are going to be stairs that are going to be for the volcano attractions, for the actual water slides. It looks like it may be. It may have you walk up those stairs. Overall, I think that's really coming along nicely. They're doing a great job on work, and I will now head over to Cabana Bay and show you guys what is going on over there from that angle. If I do a zoom in from here, it looks like we have a rock up there. Honestly, kind of reminds me of Avatar Land over at Animal Kingdom in the floating rock, although this isn't really necessarily floating, but maybe they're trying to make their own floating rock. I have no idea, but yeah, it's very nice. And if we look at these 4 slides over here, looks like we have the icons for the 4 slides, something like that. And then on the side of it, looks like we have that system that carries up the rafts for the guests. So that makes it very nice and convenient. Universal! There's Sapphire Falls. Gonna stay there at some point in the near future. So here is Universal's Cabana Bay Beach Resort, and I'm here to show you guys Volcano Bay from this resort. Alright, let's head in. So this is the Starbucks here at Universal's Cabana Bay Beach Resort. I don't think I've ever showed this to you guys. It's very nice, this whole resort. Very cool. So I am now up here at the top of the Cabana Bay Beach Resort, and there isn't a whole lot you can see from over here, but I'm gonna have to keep on walking down. I was also thinking about going to a high-rise across the street and possibly seeing if we could get a nice view of Volcano Bay from up there. Alright, nice. So check this out. We have these slides. You can see from here. I may also be able to go outside and go up into that parking garage. I have no idea if that is for resort guests only or how that works, but I may be able to get a view from there as well. It looks like we have some rafts up there. And then if I go down, they have the water running from here. Alrighty guys, so check this out. From this view, we get a pretty nice view of these slides. And on my last visit, I noticed that it was open, so I guess they added these nice trees over here. And then if I do a zoom in, it seems that we have some kind of tape, red tape with X's covering over certain areas. So yeah, I'm not sure, you know, what that has to do, but it's really neat seeing this. And again, there is that raft system that kind of pulls up the rafts. They may cover that up at some point, you know, maybe put some theming around it so it doesn't stick out as much, but it's coming along. And again, if I do that zoom in, they are definitely testing the water. Not sure about the rafts, but they're definitely testing the water. And then, I'm gonna zoom in a little more. Yeah, we have these red pieces of tape. Not sure what that exactly is, but yeah. It looks like for the expansion of this Cabana Bay Beach Resort, we already have beds in the rooms. So they're really getting on top of things. And they're still working on it. I mean, there's a lot of work that needs to get done, but still, it's looking very nice. And I'm going to show you guys this one more time. There's actually a top floor, so I can go up one more floor, a couple more floors, and I can actually see it from a different angle. But yeah, very nice. They're having the water being tested, and if I'm lucky, I might see a raft go by. Probably not with any riders though, but we will see. Alright guys, so this is actually a much better view of Volcano Bay. And the two slides right here, so you can see the water coming out. And we actually have more water coming out over here, which I believe is going to give the rafts a push to be able to go, I guess, around this turn. So anyways, it looks very cool. And so yeah, again, do zoom in here. So the raft will start obviously up here. They'll bring the raft up for you, so you don't have to worry about that. And you probably don't have to wait in very long lines. So you'll kind of go around this turn, you'll drop, and you'll go, whoa, and then you'll go up there a little, and then you'll kind of go down here. You have that extra water pushing you, so it'll push you all the way over here, and then you'll go up. I don't know how high you'll go, but you'll go up a little bit, and then just kind of turn around, go down there, and there's a drop-off down there. So anyways, you know, again, it does look very nice, and you know, it's nice that they're actually testing the water out here. It would be really cool if we could actually have a raft go down, but I don't know how probable that is of happening, because I know they tested that the other day. So they might not be worried about that right now. They might wait till a little bit later on. I'm sure they'll do more testing as time goes on, but right now, we'll have to see. And it looks like they are about to plant another one of these trees right here. Or it kind of honestly looks like another type of tree. It looks like bamboo almost, but yeah, it's definitely not just a normal tree. So they're planting that. They're digging it up. They must have the landscaping crew along with the construction crew.
And then they also have some palm trees over here they're going to be planting. So a lot of different diverse types of plants and vegetation, but I think overall it's going to look great. And that's right, guys, I forgot to mention earlier, not only do you have these pumps right here that are pumping out water, but also down here you have a few more. So you're gonna get wet. That's what I take away from this. You are definitely going to get wet from this attraction. Looks like they're putting in that plant right there. Pretty nice. Well, that was quick. Didn't take long, and the tree is already starting to be planted, and it is like complete. Just shoveling some dirt. So yeah, it's very nice. I think that the plants and all that are gonna add. That's gonna be like the biggest theming element, because I thought, well, what are they gonna do with all these exposed slides, like with Wet n Wild, how they had a bunch of exposed slides? So they'll probably theme them with a lot of trees. They may, put some higher palm trees in between here, so it doesn't just look like a bunch of supports. So that's very nice that they're starting to do that. And one last view of this. I know it's not something big, but it's kind of cool how this works. Now they're starting to take off those little ropes that are around the tree, and they're starting to make it look natural. So it's really cool, and I think with all the different diverse plants and whatnot and palm trees, it really looks natural and gives it that nice tropical feel. And I promise you guys, last zoom in of this, I really gotta say I like the roofs of these stations for the water slides. Very, very nice. And here's the inside of Universal's Cabana Bay Beach Resort. It's kind of like a hallway over here, and it's looking nice. Alrighty guys, so that was quite a little bit of a walk, but anyways, because I had to go all the way down from the 6th floor and then up 3. So anyways, I'm over here, the top of this cool garage right here, and yeah, great views. Gonna show you guys everything. I think this is the closest I've ever been here to the slide. And here's that expansion. So this was all built in around 2011, 2012, that period. And then this was the expansion, or this is the expansion for Volcano Bay. So you can see it's about, I'd say, maybe almost twice as tall as the Volcano Bay, or sorry, not Volcano Bay, Cabana Bay regular hotel. So it looks like it's gonna be, a little bit taller. And I'm wondering how many rooms it's going to have, or how many rooms, can accommodate. So that would be nice to know, but I'm sure they'll come out with that information shortly, or maybe it's already out, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, again, Volcano Bay. Because of the sun glare, it's really hard to see. It would be nice if I could get around to that side of it. So yeah, I have no idea if they're actually going to test this slide, but they do have somebody up there, so it might mean they're starting to begin testing. We will have to wait and see. If I do a zoom in all the way over here, get a better view of those slides that go in and outside of the volcano. Cool. Anyway, so yeah, that is that's the slide right there. Gonna go over to another area now. And I think I see that drop slide, because I know that they are building the drop slide with Volcano Bay. That must be the drop slide right there. Drops you all the way down. Nice. So overall, out of the volcano structure, Krakatoa, I think they're going to have a water roller coaster, a drop slide, and a few other like free fall slides. So that should be interesting. So I'm just trying to see if there's some different views of different things I can get from here. And if I actually do a zoom in, you can see the Orlando Eye. So that just kind of shows you how close everything is. At least in central Orlando, how close everything is to each other. You have Fun Spot, Orlando Eye, Volcano Bay, and Universal all like right next to each other. So from the inside of Cabana Bay Beach Resort, over here by the I guess by the cafeteria area or food eatery area, you can sort of see Volcano Bay or Krakatoa. Krakatoa? I don't know how you say it. Sorry, somebody correct me in the comments. I apologize. Alrighty guys, so if I do a zoom in here, you can actually see Hollywood Rip Rider Rocket. We got Hulk, the Incredible Hulk coaster, and then the rest of Orlando and I-4 in the distance. I'm thinking though, there's a parking garage that might be able to get a nice view of Volcano Bay. I'm thinking this is a garage I might be able to go up to the top of, but I'm not sure what garage that is for. It might be for Sapphire Falls. I'll have to see. Alrighty guys, so I found another view of Volcano Bay from Universal's Cabana Bay Beach Resort. And so if we just look right over here, we get to see that volcano structure. And of course the crane is still up there, probably working on that drop slide. The theming, the amount of like texture on the actual Volcano Bay, crazy. The amount of details, I guess I'm trying to say. I wonder how they're gonna have it erupt. Like at night, they said they're gonna have it erupt or something. So that is pretty cool, but I wonder how they're gonna, I guess they're gonna have some kind of light shine out of the top. We will see, because I am interested to see how that's gonna look. Alright, so over here you can see that kids play area, and it's a lot larger than I thought it would be. So that is the entire kids play area. And then if I do a zoom in over here, maybe more to the kids play area, possibly. Or maybe, oh, that's the water coaster, I think. That is going to be the water coaster, probably. And it's really hard to tell. Yeah, that could be possibly the water coaster. And then in addition to that, we have these slides, which I showed a lot earlier. It looks like they still have to add that final top piece to it. And then of course we have this system that pulls up the rafts. I believe that's permanent because it looks like it is. Although I'm trying to figure out if it's going to pull up both, or I guess all the rafts for all of the slides. I'm guessing it will. But really how they're going to cover that up and have it fit in is my question, but I'm sure they'll figure out some way. But yeah, this is it. And it's so cool that we can see that drop slide that, you know, is not covered up or anything by any rocks. So I'm guessing they're gonna have that exposed, which will be nice. I mean, maybe they'll figure out something, you know, something to do with that. But yeah, and then of course down here, it's hard to see, but it looks like we may have the wave pool right here. Again, very hard to tell because of the vegetation, but they're doing a nice job planting all that vegetation there. So yeah, that is what we can see from this area. And I actually might be able to see, now I'm looking further, I might be able to see some slides over here. Yeah, it does look like we have some slides over there. It's hard to really see everything because there's a lot going on in such a small space. So there's a lot. I mean, there is a lot to do at Volcano Bay. There will be a lot, but it's going to be in like a tight space, so it's not going to be a super large water park. I should have brought my bathing suit and went swimming here. It's really hot outside, but probably wouldn't be a good idea because I'm not staying here. But if I do ever stay here, I'll definitely enjoy it. I want to stay in that high rise though. That would be so cool. Staying up there, I'd pay any price to wake up in the middle of the night, look out the window, and see a volcano that is erupting. I don't know if it erupts in the middle of the night, but that would be so cool. So honestly, and it's right off I-4. Can't see I-4 too well, but I mean that's a great, you know,